Hi students, I hope everyone fine and safe. Today let us see 5th standard science subject. In science, our first lesson is organ system. Our body having different organ system. Let us see one by one. What are the objectives we are going to learn from this lesson? First one, know about different organ system of human body. Second one, identify different organs. Third one, understand the functions of different organs. Let us start the lesson with introduction. In introduction part, I will ask the two questions to you. First question, where we have to get the energy for our daily activities? Do you know answer that question? I think the answer is from food we eat. My second question is, how is the food converted into energy? It is through the process called digestion. After we eat the food, waste products are removed from the body. This process is called excretion. Our body gets oxygen through the process called respiration. These processes are carried out by different organs in our body. Different organs form different organ system. We will study about different organ system in our body and their function. So our first organ system is digestive system. The food we eat consists of complex compounds like carbohydrates, proteins and fats. They have to be converted into simpler molecules like glucose, amino acid, fatty acids and glycerol respectively. These simpler molecules are then assimilated either by blood or lymph in order to give us energy. The process of conversion of complex food molecules into simpler molecules is called digestion. The digestive system can be divided into two. First one is digestive tract, second one is digestive glands. Let us see one by one briefly. First one is digestive tract and alimentary canal. It is coiled muscular tube extending from the mouth to the anus. It is about 6 to 9 meters long and consists of many specialized divisions. The many specialized divisions arranged sequentially. These are mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. These are the many specialized divisions. Next we are going to see about digestive glands. Three important digestive glands associated with the process of digestion are salivary glands, pancreas, liver. The salivary glands secrete saliva which moistens food. Saliva contains enzymes which break down complex starch into simple carbohydrate molecules. Pancreas produces pancreatic juice which contains digestive enzymes for digesting fats, proteins and carbohydrates. Liver produces bile for the digestion of fat. Do you know one important thing? There are some organisms which live in the digestive system of animals. Example, tapeworm. It is live in the human intestine. This is our digestive tract alimentary canal parts. So the first one is sublingual gland. It is a small salivary gland. Then this is parotid gland, a large salivary gland that produces 50% of daytime saliva. This is submandibular gland. So discharge saliva into the mouth under the tongue. This is liver and this is gallbladder and this is duodenum. The part of the small intestine between the stomach and the jejunum, and this is large intestine and this is rectum. It is the terminal section of the alimentary canal. Then this is esophagus, the passage between the pharynx and the stomach, and this is spleen, a large dark red oval organ, and This is small intestine and this is pancreas, and this is the final part, anus, the excretory opening at the end of the alimentary canal. Here the sublingual gland and submandibular gland and parotid gland, these three glands are three pairs of salivary glands. It is secrete approximately 1.5 liters of saliva every day. These three glands alone, that means sublingual gland, submandibular gland, parotid gland, these three things are pairs of salivary gland. It secrete approximately 1.5 liters of saliva every day. Now this is our digestive tract alimentary canal. Our second organ system is respiratory system. We need oxygen to survive. Our body gets the oxygen through the respiratory system. So the respiratory system provides oxygen to the tissues and remove the carbon dioxide from the tissues. There are three major parts forming the respiratory system. One is airway, the second thing is lungs, and third thing is muscles of respiration. So let us see one by one. The first part is airway. The airway includes the nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi and lungs. It carries air between the lungs and the surroundings. This is our bath of airway. This is our bath of airway. When we start to breathe, the air enters through nostrils. Then after, air moves to nasal cavity. Then again moves to pharynx. Then moves to larynx. Then again comes to trachea. Then comes to bronchi. Then bronchioles, alveoli. Afterwards, it reaches to lungs. This is our respiratory system. The path of airway is given here. So this is our nostrils. The air enters here. Afterwards, the air moves to nasal cavity. Afterwards, the air comes to pharynx. Then again it reaches to larynx. Then again it reaches to trachea. Then it will come to bronchi. That means both end of the lungs. Both tube of the lungs. Then again it comes to bronchioles. Afterwards it reaches to the right lungs and left lung. Then again it reaches to diaphragm. This is our path of our airway. This is the respiratory system. Let us see about the lungs. So the lungs are the primary organs of the respiratory system. They are paired and cone-shaped organs. They are located near the backbone on both sides of the heart. Next, we are going to see about muscles of respiration. The muscles of respiration include diaphragm and intercostal muscles. They act as pump and push the air into and out of the lungs during the breathing. When we are start to breathing, that time the muscles of respiration only push or pump the air into and out of the lungs. That time only we can able to breathe easily. So these are our respiratory system. We want to breathe pure air. Otherwise we will affect lot of diseases. When the air get polluted, that air pollution causes many respiratory diseases. For example, asthma, and sometimes it will affect the lungs also. Then second thing is smoking can cause lung cancer also. We want to know about such things. Our third organ system is circulatory system. In this system, blood is circulated to transport oxygen and nutrients to every part of the body. Circulatory system consists of the following. First one is heart. Second one is blood. Third one is blood vessels. Let us see one by one briefly. First, let us see about heart. The heart is a hollow muscular organ. It is somewhat conical in shape. It is covered with double-walled membrane called pericardium. The space between the membrane is filled with pericardial fluid. That means the pericardium membrane having no, so in between having some space, in that space filled with the pericardial fluid. The pericardial fluid protects the heart from shock. The heart is placed inside the rib cage in between the two lungs. So in between the two lungs, rib cage in between only having heart. The heart is located there only. The heart is divided into 4 chambers. 2 upper chamber are called atria or articles. 2 lower thicker chambers are called ventricles. Totally 4 chamber, the 2 upper chamber and 2 lower chamber. The 2 upper chambers are called atria or auricles. The 2 lower thicker chambers are called ventricles. The upper and lower chambers of the heart are separated by a muscular wall or tissue known as the articuloventricular septum of the heart. The right side of the heart receives deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body and pumps it to the lungs for oxygenation. That means deoxygenated blood means impurified blood. So the right side of the heart receives unpurified blood from the various parts of the body and pumps into the lungs for purification. That means for oxygenation. The left side of the heart receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and pumps it into different parts of the body. After that, the left side of the heart receives the oxygenated blood. That means purified blood from the lungs. Afterwards, finally, it reaches the lungs to take the oxygen again. Then next, we are going to see about blood. So, blood is the important thing. Blood transports nutrients, oxygen, waste and hormones. So, we are taking some nutrients food. So, for digestive system, our nutrition food is digested. After the digestion, the nutrients foods are absorbed by the blood and then nutrients sent through all part of the body. So not only blood transport the nutrients foods and nutrients alone, it also absorb the oxygen, waste and hormones also. So the volume of the blood in human adults is 4 to 5 liters, maximum 4 to 5 liters in our body need. At the same time, blood regulates the water level and body temperature, our body temperature also. So the blood is pumped throughout the body by the heart. Top to bottom, our body fully blood is pumped throughout by the heart only. It takes oxygen to tissues and cells and finally reaches the lungs to take oxygen again. Next, we are going to see about blood vessels. The blood vessels consist of 2 parts. One is arteries, another one is veins. The arteries always carry the oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery, because the pulmonary artery always carry the deoxygenated blood from the heart, and veins always carry the deoxygenated blood except the pulmonary vein, because the pulmonary vein always carry the oxygenated blood to the heart. So this is the blood vessels. So totally our circulatory system consists of 3 parts: heart, blood and blood vessels. This is very important system also. Do you know one important thing? So we know well all the human beings and most of the animals having the red blood cells. Our blood also red in color. But some animals, few animals and few insects are having the different colored blood. So there are some animals like lobsters and crabs that have blue blood. Cockroach has colorless or white blood. These are the example for the color blood animals. This is our human heart. So this is right pulmonary veins. This is left pulmonary vein. Right pulmonary artery. Left pulmonary artery. Right atrium. Left atrium. Right ventricle, left ventricle. This is cardiac muscles. This is our fourth chamber of the heart. Right side and left side. Right side vein, left side vein, right side pulmonary artery, left side pulmonary artery, right side atrium, left side atrium, right side ventricle, left side ventricle. At the same time, the heart fully having the muscles. That muscles name is cardiac muscles. Okay students, now we will come to our end of the session. We will see about the assignment.